So now, let's say one question that you know about maybe all and things like that, maybe around.
Good evening.
Good evening. Good. Peaceful day. A little. Not Gary.
Before we start, let us all do the blessing for you all first. And then after that, we do the call. Okay? So while we do the blessing to all of you in the place where hosted us tonight, let us all put our hands up together like this to receive the blessing. And you can just follow along while we read reciting into your room. That was our blessing in how we language to you all. Now that we are living in the year 2026, how many of us will have enemies? No one? We do have enemies and what if I tell you all and we all have our own enemies? Each and every single one of us have one. Our mind, our thoughts, our unwholesome thoughts. All those unwholesome thoughts are our enemies. And we've been living with that enemy every single second, every day. Is that right?
Yes.
So if we are living with our enemies every day, how can we have a peaceful day? Today is our peaceful day, is that right?
Yes.
You sure about that?
Yes.
Today is what time now?
Our peaceful day.
No, what time is it now? 6:44?
24.
Okay. Who's in here that actually can keep that peace since you woke up in the morning until now?
We can't hear you.
You can hear me?
No, it's echo.
Can someone adjust the sound system again for us? I barely can hear myself either. It's because of echo, so I'm trying to talk so that way we can adjust this, okay? I think because I can only hear that speaker right there. And can you hear me with that speaker up there? No, nothing at all. That one, no. This one, okay. That one, this one, no. So only two speakers out of 4 is working. So earlier when we did that lesson, you didn't hear at all. Oh, no. Okay, we need to keep the energy anyway. Okay? With the energy, we all can receive it already. So let us try to figure it out, which trying to get these speakers to turn it on or make it work. And then now what should we say? Testing 1, 2. Testing. Can you hear me with that speaker down? The very next one? No, still not. Yes? Yes? Okay, that one. That one. This one still have it? Oh, yes? Okay. This one still okay? Just only that one.
Correct.
Okay, just only that one. Echo. Okay, a lot of echo. I hear that too, yes. We are so grateful because we have this sound system. Back in the day, we have a very small one. And of course, when we started out, just like about 100 people, it's different. Now it's so many people, and so next video will not rotate anymore. 1, 2. It's getting better. Testing 1, 2. Testing 1, 2. Testing. Testing 1, 2. 1, 2. Testing. Testing 1, 2. Testing 1, 2. 1, 2. Testing. Testing. Testing 1, 2. Testing 1, 2. 1, 2. Testing. Testing 1, 2. Testing 1, 2. That one video? No, not yet. You hear about this one? Okay, you're so excited. Alright, so over there you can hear over there? No? No, all the way to the corner. Can you hear me? No, on the corner over there they cannot hear me. On my right side. Alright, testing 1, 2. Testing again. Testing 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Testing 1, 2. Okay, can we turn that speaker to the right side a little bit? The echo? Yes. Now can you hear me over there now? Yes? Okay, that's good. That's good. And now we'll see how we'll go back to the check.
I know it's like,
Alright, testing 1, 2. 1, 2. Testing 1, 2. 1, 2. Testing 1, 2. Okay, we are good now. Thank you. What did I say earlier? Enemies. We all have our enemies. Right? We have our enemy, which is ourselves. Our mind. Our thoughts. All those are our enemies. And those are all our enemies. We have one part with all our well and us. Is that true? And so that is the reason why. The reason why we do not have a peaceful day. Right now, probably you feel peace right now because Stephen here listens to the talk and because you pay attention to my talk. That's why we can have a peaceful moment because of that concentration. But the whole day earlier I have, your whole day will woke up until now, were you at peace from that time to now? Probably not. Not a lot of us have that kind of peace for our whole day. It's because we have to go to work. It's because we have to take care of our family. It's because we run into problems. It's because our boss, our wife, our husbands, and our kids have done something that we are not happy with. A lot of things going on within our life. That is the reason why to have peace is very difficult. Very difficult. Because these one item inside of us is always jumping here and trying to attack. Trying to attack the others and trying to attack ourselves. Every single time we get a chance. Right? Just like those who come hungry tiger. They're super hungry right now. And so, whenever we need something, if we cannot fulfill it, then it will eat us up. Those are tigers. It means when we are free, when we are living in this world without any wholesome thoughts, and all those unwholesome thoughts
keep popping up one after another. Especially when you're free, you don't have a job to do, you don't have anything to do. That is the time when we always sit in there and imagine more things and think about this way or that way to fulfill our unwholesome thought, unwholesome mind. Feel like that. All these are just like that because of that habit. That habit is because we always pull something behind the scene or secluded area anywhere that's not making people notice us. And it's just that when you are tired, exhausted, you close that door and such that no one stay in the room. And those are the times you thought that it would help you, but not really. It didn't help you at all. It just created EMS. Okay, everybody say officials right there. Okay, for all of us here, let's pay attention to me so we can support the person on that side. Let us all put our left hand over the right hand on top of our left hand. Close your eyes. Don't pay attention to what happened with it because we cannot help. Pay attention to what we need to do right now to support. Now feel those heartbeat. Just feel those heartbeat in your heart. Thank you. Okay, for those, you need to understand that when there's something that happens, there's a lot of things that we want to do, but unfortunately, we are not professionals about it. So the only way to support that incident is for us to stay focused to do one thing. Either you focus on your reading on your body to cultivate your merit. Once you have that merit, then with the power of all of those steadiness of mind, that can radiate to the person who needs. That is the most benefit way, effective way for us to support. That will also support the medical team to do their work as well. So thank you so much everyone for your support. Now back to that, while we're there, you see, if we are not working with it, we can deal with it with unwholesome thoughts. And then when we have free time, when we are free, you are over, then our minds will continue wandering and wandering, thinking of all kinds of things. And if we keep talking ourselves in that world, then maybe one day later, you probably thinking of committing suicide because of depression. Our mind is like that. When it's free, when it's not associated with others, and all those things that are within our head, then all those wild emotions are going to happen. It's going to happen. That is when you love yourself. That is when you love yourself. I have seen many cases like this. I myself, before I went to become a monk, when I was in school, I would hold my shut the door and stay in my room. And when I go to work, after I came back to work, I shut the door and stay in my room, do my own thing. I don't talk to my family members. Throughout those times, it just make me feel innocent. Make me feel like, what's the purpose of this life? That is the nature of the mind when our mind is free. That we can just thinking about all those things. And then when we go to work, we have to encounter a lot of things at the job site, with co-workers, supervisors, manager, anybody. There's a lot of things that doesn't have to be. And if we're not mindful enough, we always stress out. And for the students, when you go to school, same thing, when you try to achieve your goal, and you try to study, and you try to do the thing that your parents ask you to do, and expect you to be, there's no stress about. Who's in here that force your children to be the person you always expected, doctor, engineer, whatsoever? Who's in here that you always expect your children to be that way? If you do, I advise you not to, because that will help them instead it will harm them. They will have that kind of stress and anxiety all the time. They cannot make it. Let them choose their own career. Let them choose their own career. They need to learn how to stand up after a failure. If they fail, they fall down, they need to learn how to stand up and walk again. If they cannot finish their career in one that they chose, they will come back to you and listen to you. Don't try to control kids. Because the more you try to control your kids, the more you will suffer. Yesterday I talked about our children affected by friends 100%. By their friends, not us. Even though they stay with us, but they always stay with you in that neighborhood. Sometimes they just talk to you for a couple sentences and that's it. And nowadays, even if a family dinner, each and every single member in that table holding your lovers while eating, which is your soul. You barely have a time to talk with each other and communicate with each other. When your kids at home, they don't talk with you either. They talk with their brothers. Is that right? And so for that reason, don't try to control your kids. Let them be. All you need to do is just give them advice so that the way it's up to them to choose which way they want to follow. That will make you feel better. That will make you feel better. And they will come to you when they need you. If you try to control them, they will not come to you. Because you already built a wall between you and them. They will not come to you. They will continue going down. They leave that out. And you say them over all the time. So try not to control anybody, especially your kids. Let them be. You just show them the light, show them the way. You never advise what should and what shouldn't. It's up to them to walk on everything. If you can do that, your baby will be honest. Your kids will also have a happy day, happy children of themselves. No force, no anxiety, no stress for them. So every little thing in our family is just like that. Just those things minor things every time. It's add up. We are not happy. And then when we go to work, we are not happy. When we hang around with friends, we are not happy because of all those things at home. And a lot of things in this world are not satisfying. That is why we always struggle. That is why we are not happy together. I have seen all these for so many years being a mom. I have seen a lot. Because the life of the Buddhist mom, we practice. We study, we practice, we teach, and we become advisors. Consulting for all those people who need. And of course, all these stressful things, all this anxiety, depression comes as well. I myself went to the prison in teaching meditation. I also went to school in the fall. So all these, and plus I worked in school as well. Back then, I was one of the students as well. And after I graduated and went to work, and I will miss you. So all those who understand, I understand all this. And so I have the reason why I say all those things that I say. So for us to have a peaceful day, there's no other way but my peace. We are not talking about peace for the earth. Okay? If we cannot have peace for this world, which is inside of us, there will be no world peace outside. This inner world is the world that we need to create peace for. And obviously, for generation after generations, we totally forgot about this. We forgot. Because we were so busy chasing material things and chasing the outside world, thinking that somebody can make the world get peace. For us to have a better world to be, unfortunately, there is no way. No one in this world can make this world to be a better place to live. There are billions and billions of people in this world, so it's not possible. And of course, when I choose to walk for peace on this journey, along with all these mineral monks, we understand that we cannot change this world, we cannot bring world peace. But what I can assure you is from Texas to here, the day of the 103 that we have now, I have seen peace bloom and flourish on each and every step that we make up to you and to none. Do you believe in that? Yes. Because these are these people right here. You're coming out of this mission. You're coming out to support this mission. And you're coming out to walk together with the Spirit. Because you know how important it is to have peace. We have so much challenge in our life. So much suffering in our life. And this is a time where all of us coming together, stand together to work for peace. We are not working for money anymore, but we work for peace. Because with the power of all of us together, all the people in this club together, we can change this world. I mentioned just a group, just a person did not do this. But for the power of all people together, we can make that happen. It's because, let's say, for example, all the levels are peaceful because we practice every day. Any step we make with mindfulness that is peaceful, we have peace. Now that we come to this time, we spread that to you. We share that here and that message to all of you here, thousands of people here. Now you have peace, right? Are you?
Yes.
I can't hear you.
Yes.
Okay, so now you have peace. Let's say one person that you know about $50 and things like that, maybe around. You can spread that to 50 friends. Those 50 friends can spread it to 50. You have multiply that. We keep on spreading that way. And peace is something that is impossible. Because this needs to spread step by step. We need to practice it on peace for our own. If we don't have peace, we cannot share it with anyone. If we don't have peace, we cannot teach anyone or show anyone the way. Right? Even if we do that, those are just our mouths, the talking. But that is not reality. We have to do the thing that we can say, and we have to say everything that we can. So in order for us to share, we have to have peace with them. And in order for us to have peace, there is an all way except practicing mindfulness. And I'm here to confirm with you, mindfulness is not for this, but it's for all humanity. For all beings. Because mindfulness is something that is within your life, your daily activities. Without that, we cannot have peace. I mentioned right at the beginning that we have animals, whatever within our mind. And we have family, we have kids, we have friends, husband and wife, all those things within our family. We barely have a peaceful moment. It's because we are not mindful. Because of not mindful, we always react the way we react, which is so quickly just like that. When your wife says something that you're not happy, you respond right away. In a not a nice way. Then everybody is not happy. When your husband says something that you're not happy with, you toss those dishes into the trash can. And then no more food to eat, everybody hungry, not happy. With all those things that are in minor things, even a very minor thing in our family, just one thing very little that can trigger us and then we are not happy. Right? It's because we are not mindful to know that, to see that, to manage that emotion. We always react to emotion. And the more we react, the stronger we are. So now with mindfulness, it can help you to manage all those emotions. When your wife says something, instead of you reacting, now that you just be personal, you okay? Here's a glass of water, take it. In a nice way, in a peaceful way, alright? Have a glass of water, a cool water. If she puts it away, you got another one. You have plenty of glass. Have another one. If she says, I'm going to try, then tell her, okay, I'll put you along. Whenever you come, we talk. You do your thing, let them love it. Love your God. The same way opposite to your husband. I have always encouraged couples, family that when there is one person is angry and the other one pleased, you have to say no. You already know seas on fire. And here you know you try to put more fuel into it. That's not what the Lord wants. It's God's what the Lord wants. Cannot help. Instead of giving more fuel into it, just give it another. Water and water can push down out into the fire. Just water. If you can do that, you can really do it. Always have to have a person with bright knowledge, wisdom, and always come to that moment to share our family, to share our relationship. Wait to see or he calm down, then you can sit on the right table or talk. Tell her how you feel. Tell me how you feel when you say that. She said that. Then have a dinner together and let it go. But in order for all that to happen, we have to have mindfulness, which is always mentioned within our prayer. The breathing itself will help you to stop breathing. Instead of just breathing to survive in the way we usually, without any concentration on our breath, now all we need to just add awareness to each and every breath going in and out. Now you breathe normally, just breathe normally. Just add awareness, which is knowing a breath going out, in, knowing the breath going out. In, out, in, out. That's all we need to do. And of course, it's not that easy. Because if we don't have that habit, our habit is just to breathe and do something else. You don't have to breathe, just breathe. Now I'm asking you breathe. To breathe means you have to sit down and let go of everything. You have to stay in one place. Do that. If you can do that, you practice mindfulness. If you could do that, you can see your breath. If you cannot let go of everything else, it's very difficult for you to practice this. You just have to let go of everything else, just like you let go of all those things that come out of this mission tonight. Just like that. Did you have to make a lot of decisions to come out here? There's still have to let go of something. There's still lots of things to do, right? But you will need to come out here. Yes, that's determination. And patience to get here. Patience to stand in the cold. Patience to stand out, sitting down. A lot of things, a lot of effort. Secondly, when we need to practice this mindfulness, we have to struggle with patience. We have to have patience with it. We need to put more effort into this. And let go of all that things that you are way easy to do. Give yourself some time. Just like earlier, I asked you to go your heart. Feel each and every body. That is practicing mindfulness. That is how to practice to see yourself. Feel those beings, see how strong it is, how solid it is. That is the time when you are practicing. Okay? So when you breathe in, breathe out, those thoughts, any type of thought, it's because we have billions and billions and billions of thoughts in our mind. Every time that we talk to anybody, see anything, hear anything, smell anything, taste anything, touch anything, if it's desirable, if it's undesirable, it's recorded in your mind. Just like that mind is recording, it's writing everything that the keyboard is typing. The keyboard, when you enter into it, it will record into that hard drive that this is recording each and every piece of it. Same thing as our mind. When we see things, when we hear things, smell things, taste things, feel things, it's recorded. Good or bad? Now, when this change comes, the right decision comes, all those are right now it's popping up. It's just that we cannot see it because we don't pay attention to it right now. So we cannot see those thoughts. But let's say if I stop talking and ask anybody to focus on breathing, that is when you can see your thoughts running around just like on each other breathing. That I always call on the mind. A monkey, when they enter into the winfield, with the right hand grab out and stick in the air, the left hand do the same thing, and the right hand do it, keep doing this, right? When that monkey let out the field, the whole field was on the edge, but in his hands only one or two more. The damage is everything, while in his hands only one or two more. We are too. We have all kinds of thoughts in here. We've done a lot of things that are for something, and we will regret this and struggle. That's all we have. That's why we cannot have a peaceful day and not happy day. And so when you see that, for most of us are not only able to bring out our success back in this present moment, here and now, we follow those thoughts. We always follow that thought whenever we pop up. After following it, we add more imagination things into it. Just one thing, one simple thought, and then we sit there and add more thoughts into it. That's how we are. Now when we meditate, when we train ourselves to have mindfulness, we don't follow it anymore. Unfortunately, with that whole habit of following thoughts, is continuing following. But you have to pay attention to your breath. And when you see it, you have to realize that you're not all in your thought anymore. Instead, you observe that you observe that, acknowledge that thought, suddenly like that, back to the breathing again. And then breathe in and then breathe out. Acknowledge it, come back in with the breathing again. Keep breathing out, concentrating back to the breathing. This is our thought. This is only deeply breathing. Acknowledge it, observe it, come back to the breathing. Come back. That's all we need to do. The more you be able to see your thought and come back into the breathing, that's the way to practice it. To bring your concentration back to this present moment. We don't need to live in the past anymore because the past is in history already. We don't need to chase the future because that is something that's not yet done. This present moment is something that we need to right now. Okay? So just keep bringing it back. Now you hear some noises, you hear some sound. Instead of asking why, who, what, where, we just observe that sound, knowing that sound, back into you. Acknowledge that sound, back into you. Any type of sensation of physical body, itchy, numb, pain, anything, just observe those, acknowledge it, feelings or itchy or numb or pain, come back into the breathing. That is our job. Just bring it in our concentration back. Bring it back. That goes and we keep on chasing after things. Remember that. So now we don't let them anymore. But we are not trying to eliminate them. We acknowledge them, observe them, not eliminating them. When we observe them, when we acknowledge it, we come back in and we got all that. Of course, when you feel pain, when you feel numb, it will take a while. Because you are not expert on seating yet. It will take a while. You know, back then when I practiced meditation in Vietnam, at the temple I used to sit for an hour per session, couple of sessions per day. And when I went to Vietnam to practice purely just meditation, nonetheless, for 2 years. For my beginning, from 1 hour I dropped back to 45 minutes because it's very painful. I have stiffness, I have something like that, no kind of back pain I have. And so the more I sit on meditation, those pain, those feelings will just decreasing every single time. And now that I'm only 15 minutes per session, and my tears automatically drop because it's very painful. I tried all the way. I tried to do exercise every day. Unfortunately, couldn't help. And then I asked myself, are you just going to love us? Are you going to give up? And in front of the Buddha, I bowed to the Buddha and I bowed. I said, right this location where I sit in meditation in front of the two chairs. I can bow. If I cannot overcome these difficulties to meditate, I will not die right here. But I'm not giving up. By the power of this vow, from starting from here, I will not let go of my sitting until I overcome this difficulty. And then from there, I just sit there straight, even though it hurts really bad, I cannot stand anymore. Continue practicing my way like that every single day. I overcome. After that, you can pick up. You can sit hours and hours without any problem. I tell you that story to let you know that with the power of this mind, we can make anything happen. But please only make a good thing happen. That is very important. With this mind, it brings tears to the world, suffering to the world. With this mind, bring joy and peace to the world. Whichever one we choose, go with it. But of course, don't bring any sugar and tears into the world. Because we will be the one who suffer way much more than that afterward. Okay? So practicing mindfulness that way, you will have a better life. Because now that you are concentrated within your breath, now that your mind is enough to know, oh, that is a sound, that makes you sound me, that is just sound and comfortable. I will not keep it in here. And I will not be that. I shouldn't be that. So I keep it with me. I will not open my mouth to say anything. But if I decide to say something, in response, which is only one thing that I should respond, meaning well, happy, and peaceful. That's the only thing that you should respond with a smile. May you be well, happy, and peaceful. If that is something that you do, that will purify yourself, that will motivate merits for yourself, and that will give you that person a chance to change. Means that you give yourself a chance to change later on if you ever permitted it to happen, if you ever permitted it to happen. Seven. Because we don't know what, we don't know how one is active on the physical mind, right? So when we keep mindful enough, we know how to manage our emotions, basically. When you know how to manage your emotions, you will not be active when you used to. Just like us, people criticize us when we walk. People sound at us and yell at them. I just look straight in the face and you're going to sound like you have to be peaceful and walk. Continue to walk. Why do I have all those protocols? Why? I have nothing to worry about. I have all those power in my life already. I need to train them. I need to pull them off. I don't want you to keep all of them. Why would I take all those who are to make sure? Remember, no one in this world can make you suffer except yourself. If you decide to take all those things from the world, all those lemons and rock and bitter melons that they throw at you, you suffer. You create suffer for yourself. It's not that person, it's not them. It's not them. It's us. We are. So knowing where to call, what to call, is very important. And to add more to our daily life, who's in here that will practice? Please don't be shy, raise your hand. You know that. Because of all I you're always easy to get sidetracked. Right? Anything can happen if you don't stay focused, remember? And so because we don't multitask ourselves, you eat and then talk at the same time, eat and answer text messages at the same time, eat and listen to music and watch TV at the same time. You read books and then your loved one is right beside that book, so I don't know if you read that book or you read your loved one. Which one? You read your loved one. Of course, because the love is so attractive. This is attractive more than I. You know, I printed out 10,000 books of my first book and gave it. A lot of people, when they know that I signed my signature on a book and gave it, everybody come and ask for one. And ask, do you read book? Say no. And I asked, why do you need my book? I'm going to put it on the wall. I said, okay, so you want to put me on the wall because I want you to? I don't need that. If you read books, that's a good thing. If you don't read books, we don't need to get one just to collect that. Okay? So, anything in our life, not necessarily we do it all. Those are the important things that we don't want to do. Basically. Because holidays coming up, there's a lot of sales going on. There's a lot of clothing that you don't even wear, but it's smart to always go out there and look good. All those things that you need in the house, all the things that we have on the tap, we see that beauty. But we really want to collect it because of His mind. The more we do in that, the more we change ourselves to get out of it. Right? Our mind always gets out of it. All those things are so attractive. Just like the others. So much attraction. And the thing is, we totally get it. Basically, that's what I want to tell you. So, do not multitask anymore. Do one thing at a time. Only one thing at a time. When you finish that thing, do another thing. If you do that, you change your life. You change your life. Just think that the Lord that you always do every single day, even at home, at work, at school, at public, you always do, which is bringing your lovers to the toilet and all. Just that one thing in everybody life, mostly. You see, you go into the toilet and do number one and number two, but you talk with your lovers at the same time. So always do number one and number two for you. No wonder America has so much people as constipation. Because you're not always in that. Right? You're always in your lover, you're not always in your number two. Finally, you try so long, you finally did it. Because of one time you tried to look into that hole. And now you have to waste money to buy a new lover. See all those things we do everywhere. But guess what? People waiting for their turn too. It's sure out there. They cannot use those toilets. If you can just get rid of that, just have one thing that will help you a lot of it. So go home, make a sign, put on the toilet, no lovers allowed. Okay? From now on, no lovers allowed. That is all that you can remember. I visit on the job site, we'll start to apply that now here. If we can train ourselves like that, we will be better too. Because we are not dependent on this and others. We are losing a lot of memories because of this. If you don't know that, do you realize that? How many moments will you still remember now? 5? 5 moments? No one. Wow. Just one person like that. 3. You still remember 5 moments? Our lives is not people here. How about 3 moments? Yes? Why is that back then you still remember the whole when the angels came out, you still know about the whole What happened now? Please tell me what happened now. Because we depend on this. Every single time when you want to have a picnic, you just have to let it end and that's it. You don't use this anymore. We don't use this. And the more we don't use this, shut it down. It's strictly how we should. Later on, maybe we just sit on that table and ask, Mom, Dad, have I eaten yet? When can I eat? They can have that. Because we cannot use this head anymore. And especially nowadays, AI can come. A lot of things that we also depend on AI as well. So please think about this. Change ourselves. That is how we can have a better life. That is how we have peace for us in our life, our daily life. And so every morning when you wake up in the morning, after the long night of rest, your mind is present and pure. But in order for you to have a present and pure mind in the morning, 1 hour before bed, no lovers. That is required. No lovers 1 hour before bed. Even if you have to check on one piece, it's okay, you don't have to. 1 hour before bed, no lovers. toilet and make your bed neat and nice. And then go to the toilet without covers. Come back out, get a piece of paper and write down the statement. Today is going to be my peaceful day. Just write that down. Remember, always have to have a piece of paper in a pen. This is so simple, but it's very powerful. Because it will remind you throughout your day that today is going to be your peaceful day. Write that down and read it over and over with your eyes. And then finally, read it out of your mouth. Today is going to be my peaceful day. So that no one in this world can mess it up. Tell that to the universe. Tell the universe that it's not going to be messed up by anyone but outside. If you let it mess up, you are the only person who can do that. No one else. Because you are not the active, remember? Because you'll be able to manage your emotions, remember? So don't mess it up. Imagine all the people in this world doing the same thing. Just spread out the message to the universe. Today is going to be my peaceful day. Simple but loud. And that energy spread all over the universe. The universe will touch it, accept it, receive it, will shower back down with love and kindness and compassion and peace. So this world will be the better place to live. It's because of the power of all the beings in this world living together. That's why that happens. Not just one person. Remember that. So let us all say that one time out loud, okay? After I count to 3, today is going to be my peaceful day. 1, 2, 3.
Today is going to be my peaceful day.
Louder.
Today is going to be my peaceful day.
With that energy right there, all family, all people will do that. Instead of anger, instead of hatred, instead of illusion and greed and all that we've been spreading into the universe. Right? All people have been spreading that into the universe already. More than enough already. That's why we've been receiving so much disaster. No love at all. That's why disaster always comes. Different than they didn't come. Because our mind is always illusion. All our minds are always unwholesome thinking, all nothing. So now we change it. Just spread that message to the universe. This world will definitely be a better place for our future generations and our children. I truly believe that. Do you believe that?
Yes.
So will we walk together?
Yes.
That's not the energy. That's not energy. Will we walk together with us? Every day, like practicing mindfulness, stay calm, head, water glass, water to your partner, whoever that you mad or happy, and be patient, and write that message every day that we are senior. We are adult, doesn't matter what age we are, still have to write that down. And today is going to be my peaceful day. And keep doing that. Let us all change this world to be a better place for all. For our future generations to get it for us. We have to walk to the end of our life. Thank you so much. May you all be well and happy and peaceful.
Thank you.
Alright, we all stand on PCT. And on the 11th, the night of 11th, it was on DC. I will lead the loving kindness meditation. I expect that we have over 10,000 UOE practicing loving kindness meditation. But not just that 10,000 people. I want the whole world to practice this at the same time. So tune in with us. Tune in with us. Check it on our page if you cannot be what's on DC. Then at the same time, I expect all of us to just utilize that time, find a space, sit down, check it in, and then meditate. Look at kindness, which I will show down to you later on that day. If all the people in this world do that together, I truly giving doesn't make it happen. Will you want to join with that mission?
Yes!
Are you ready for it?
Yes!
Okay, that's all we can do. It's almost there. Thank you so much. And now I want to try to pass out the peace bracelet for you. When you go home, please remember, each and every step forward or backward to go to your heart. It counts from there. That you still have peace or is already fragile. If you stay mindful, your peace will stay with you. If you are not mindful, your peace is already fragile. So don't waste your time, don't waste your effort coming here and don't go with sadness. Alright? Thank you so much. Be mindful with your life. Thank you everyone.